The newest information on the block is that Jeffrey Epstein had no list. Now, obviously, this is a load of hooey and an obvious cover-up by the U.S. government because they don't want to release the list. Now, why don't they want to release the list? Because it would shut down the U.S. government. I would say upwards of 75% of everybody in the U.S. government, from the Senate to the congressmen to the White House, have all been on the list and are all on the list. And it would completely shut down the United States of America, and it would completely pit distrust in the U.S. government from all U.S. people, and it would possibly start an uprising that would see the ultimate collapse of the U.S. government. So pretty much that's the entire reason why they don't want to release it, because Donald Trump is on there, obviously. Joe Biden is on there, obviously. Bill Clinton is on there, obviously. Barack Obama is on there, obviously. Kennedy is on there, obviously. The whole Kennedy family. The Bushes are on there. Pretty much every political family in the entire United States history is going to be on the list. This is not a political thing at all. It's just everybody that is in a statement of power in there is obviously on the list. So if they're going to release it, obviously their boss would get very mad because their boss is probably on the list. If they release it, they might be on the list, so they're going to get fired. It just all comes back to the good old saying, you want to keep in power what you want in power, you know? People are going to try to hold on power, and if the list releases, well, they're not going to be in power anymore. And it just doesn't make any sense. If you're on a very, very, very bad list, you're not going to release the list. This is simple stuff. Let's say you're an elf and you're working for Santa Claus and you're on the naughty list. You're going to try to take yourself off the naughty list. It's like the simplest thing ever. And not to mention, they've been edging. They've been talking about releasing the Epstein files for the past 6 months, and they come out and say it's not fake. Obviously, it's a load of baloney. They just don't want to release it because everybody and their mother is on the list. And if they release it, it's the end of the U.S. government as we know it. So is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I honestly couldn't tell you. Because on one hand, obviously, you need to, clean the house on one part. But on the other hand, if the Epstein files release, the complete distrust in the U.S. government is going to arise. Not saying that the complete distrust has already arisen and will arise after the obvious cover-up by the U.S. government. And not to mention the fact that Epstein did not commit suicide. They said that the FBI said there was no list. Obviously, it was completely a lie. And then obviously the FBI said that he killed himself with suicide. And I'm not even going to provide any evidence here. This is just common sense. 2 cameras went outside. 2 cameras outside Epstein's cell went down during the time of his supposed suicide. This is literally something from a movie. The cameras only go down when you want them to go down. No other time. 2 cameras don't go down magically at the same time. Somebody killed Epstein because they didn't want him to talk. That's as simple as it was. If people don't see this, this is one of the main things that I do. One of the main reasons why I run this channel is to prove the truth, to get the truth out there to the simple, average day person that doesn't have a lot of time to look in depth at all this stuff. I'm trying to provide the truth, push the truth out there and really get it to the average person. That's all I'm really trying to do with this. That's my goal with all this. And if people don't see that this is one of the most obvious cover-ups in American history, well, we're lost as a country. People are just sheep, and the government, they'll believe whatever the government tells them. This is a more obvious cover-up than the JFK assassination by the CIA. This is a complete, utter baloney. I'm not sure, there's no other way to put it. There is a list. Even your local drug dealer keeps a list of clientele so he can find out when a rat speaks. It is just incredibly basic. You don't think Jeffrey Epstein had a list? Of course he had a list. He's one of the top criminals of his time. So yeah, he's going to have a list. If your local drug dealer has a list, Jeffrey Epstein is going to have a list. It's just completely a lie by the U.S. government, complete cover-up. Should be ashamed. Someone should call them out, even though no one is going to. Who's going to call them out? Nobody, either from the Democrats or the Republicans, are going to call them out because they're on the list themselves. With this being said, this is just a complete and utter failure on the government's part, and it just really proves what I'm trying to do here actually has a meaning. The truth needs to come out. Whether it's good or bad, the truth needs to come out. With that being said, What's the point of the story? Yeah, politicians are corrupt. That's pretty much the entire point of the story. There's hardly any good politicians. There hardly were ever any good politicians. If you're going to get into politics, you're going to get corrupt at one time or another. Some are more corrupt, some are less corrupt. Either way, every single one of them that you see today are corrupt. That's why it's very important not to pick sides. You know, oh, I'm a registered Republican. Oh, I'm a registered Democrat. You're stupid, dude. You're stupid. All of them. Every party is corrupt. Either way, ranting on for too long. Just remember, the U.S. government is not have your best interest in mind. They only have their best interest in mind. The only person that has your best interest in mind is yourself. With that being said, stay safe and stay hydrated.